What if it's as simple as L-O-V-E? What if that's everything? Open up your H-E-A-R-T. To his love is love is love. Simple as L-O-V-E. Bringing up the heart.
Hey, what up?
What's happening?
What's up? It's Rhea, the creator and the host of RawbutReal. We have myself and...
We gonna get it together, y'all, I swear. And I am Darnell Carr, owner and proprietor of Delectable D's Cheesecake.
Yes, and we are... RawbutReal. We gonna see, Shanny. We gonna guess what, y'all? G-Baby not here. Keep her family in your prayers.
Yeah,
She'll be fine. I don't want to freak people out, but just keep her in your prayers. She's fine. She's just not with us today.
Yeah.
She'll let us know all about it next week. But we have our lovely engineer. Y'all gonna finally get to see the award-winning Chantel Mosley in the building.
Hey,
y'all.
First time ever.
She be on the morning show. If y'all watch, y'all got through, y'all already have seen Shanny Shan, okay?
Yes. Hey, y'all. Hey,
but
y'all.
she is a
Shout out to the light. Shout out to
the light. Shanny got to be on double duty now, triple duty. She can handle it because she won those awards and she know what she's doing, okay?
Man.
Because let me tell you something. Shout out to the people that like to do everything for their podcast. They like to engineer it. They like to edit it. Guess what? That's what we got a team.
Yes.
That's what people got gifts and God.
Yes.
I ain't saying I can do it too, but I can't do everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you
shout out to the team.
Shout out to the team, okay? Because it makes a difference, guys. Gotta have a team.
Heavy
Got
on that.
Oh, so I've been trying to understand the language. It's a language barrier. Because Shani is my birthday twin. Shout out to the Scorpios. October 29th is our birthday. But 20-year difference between us. Mm-hmm. And I be like, what, Shandy? Sometimes when she be talking, I'm like,
she
what
be
does that
trying to
mean?
stick beside me.
I do. I said, why I feel like we on a delay? Like when I'm looking at myself, I'm on delay. That's weird. I've never seen that one. I don't know, but we here. All right, y'all know how we gonna get into it. We gonna start with the weekend recap. I put the topic in. I'm waiting on more people to chime in because everybody come in and be like, what's the topic? What's the topic? So I'll wait to say the topic. We're going to get into the weekend recap.
So that means y'all need to be watching right now.
That's right. They coming in, cut your notifications on.
Carmen, we know you watching. You better come on.
Yes.
Carmen to be here. We love our faithful viewers.
We
Yes.
do. We really do.
And I always tell y'all, hey, Brittany, we speak when you speak. I always say, when you chime in, that don't mean you watching.
Right.
When they give us a little notification to say somebody watching, don't mean they're really watching.
Hey, y'all.
So, hey, Brittany.
Hey,
Thank
Brit.
you. Hey, Todd.
Hey, Todd.
What's good. But, guys, weekend recap. Y'all know it went right out my head what I was about to say.
It's okay.
I just got off work. Mondays are hard for me, y'all, in corporate America. Getting off work at 4, which really means 5 because I am management, so we don't have no time.
Okay.
So, I just
Shout out to management, because what would we be without y'all?
Oh,
You know?
doing your own thing. You say stress-free? I don't think I'm not a bad manager.
No, not you. But
I can't see you being
or the
one.
ones who
I feel like you fair.
I'm fair, but I'm pretty...
You
stern.
Yeah, I'm
So
stern.
we don't get the same as Rhea that you have at work. Okay. Okay.
Nah, they be shocked when I tell them I got a podcast, and if they watch, they'll be like...
They probably watch just...
This is Rhea?
Right. Yeah, because I can tell they watch, but they don't, because some stuff they would be making fun of me at work saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, in weekend recap, so we all know the Super Bowl happened, the halftime show, Kendrick. Okay, I'm not up on a lot of Kendrick songs. All I know is the Drake song.
The Drake song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was this video this lady did that went viral, and I liked it. Hey, Carmen.
You wouldn't say.
Literally just said.
You wouldn't say.
I'm not going to say the topic until more people come in because I always have to repeat it. And here you go talking about what's the topic.
I feel like that's why she put the laughing faces.
The topic is
so
reaping what you
stupid.
sow, but we can get into our weekend recap first. So stay tuned. Hit your share button to bring more people in. The topic is reaping what you sow. So that's going to be a lot of different stuff. But right now it's the weekend recap. So the song, when they getting the little breakdown and it was a beat and it was like dun dun dun. So I'm at work all day. 2 days ago, the song I couldn't get it out of my head, so I'm just walking through and I was like, bust down.
Okay.
But I'm like, bust down. I'm just walking through work, bust down, and then like finally one of the younger guys, he was like, Rhea, what are you saying? And I was like, bust down, the Kendrick Lamar song. He was like,
It's okay.
He was like, it's mustard. See, I didn't have to tell Shandy what
I
it
was gonna let you have your time because I feel like whatever you say is the lyrics. Listen, I make up my own too.
I was like, bust down, and I'm just walking through the crack. They was like, Rhea, he's saying mustard. I said, well, why the hell would he be saying mustard? They was like, that's his DJ.
Yeah.
I said, I give up.
Yeah.
I know Run DMC. I just showed my age. I don't know
That's all right.
none of these.
Because people thought it was quiet.
Yeah, because I never heard the song, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah.
We
Okay.
gonna play it afterward, copyright stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people used to think they said busted on the beat, but it's mustard on the beat.
Busted, and it was I was
Okay.
even way off on that. Busted on the beat.
Yeah, I used to say that.
Okay.
I thought that's what it
I
was.
was like, bust down. I'm like, bust down. And then on the Super Bowl, they all started running. So I was like, oh, they busting down. They busting down.
Man, what?
But I stand
man.
corrected. It's mustard. Shout out to Mustard, the DJ.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar.
Man.
Yeah, he got some good hits.
So let me back up. I'm sorry that if y'all tuned in and y'all was at the top of the top, as Todd likes to say, the sponsor for today or this week is my sister, Twisted Effects Event Planning. I had a little clip there. We'll do it on the we did it on the intro. My sister does wonderful events,
It was so
balloons and. Her and Talisa, she works with a young lady named Talisa. They've been doing their thing. My sister been doing this stuff forever, and she finally found me for her clique, her crew, because I can't stand none of that stuff.
Okay.
I be like, okay, sister. She loves the balloon arts and flowers and all that stuff, and I just be like, oh, it look pretty, but I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it. Yeah.
I would. So shout out to all the event planners, especially my sister and Talisa.
'cause-
Yes.
Because they make your events come to life. So if you have a vision,
Definitely.
check them out. Twisted
That's
Effects
what's
on
up.
Instagram. Yeah, I'll leave it all in the comments if anyone wants her information. Got an
Yeah,
event.
that-
Valentine's Day was always big. Christmas is big for her. She does a lot. She puts up the trees, takes them down. So
Oh, bless
That's
her.
your-
That's a job within itself.
it is.
It
she did her
is.
whole
Yeah.
50th birthday
'Cause
party. She
my
decorated
stuff-
the Christmas in July theme. And I was like, you going to do your own party? She's like, yeah, because everybody going to do it right.
Yeah.
What are you saying, damn, Todd? What I do?
I was gonna say, mine still up. Is that bad?
Huh?
Is it bad? My tree still up?
Yo, Trish,
Shan. Shani.
you know what? This
That's
is
a topic
February.
within itself.
That is.
Next, no,
That
we
is.
come back. We're going to double back to that.
Oh,
now, well,
no.
how's your weekend? And we're going to get into this topic because I know they're waiting. They're like, oh, y'all ain't here, y'all. No.
Oh no, that was you.
okay,
No,
I'm
that
sorry.
was for you.
That's
Yeah.
why I looked at you. Okay.
And I was
Yeah, my weekend it started Friday with, like you said, with Valentine's Day, which was
Oh, dang. See, I didn't forget. I'm seeing her.
yeah. See, you stupid.
I went to work. All right, next.
You stupid. I went to work and then I started it. excuse me, Friday. So I got my wife 2 dozen flowers. I'd like to do stuff outside of the box, so I got her, like a big cake. And it's on the cake I had them put what was it? Thank you for being my Valentine for the last 9 years.
Oh,
And I went to go pay
That's
for
a
it.
big cake.
It's a big cake. Yeah. Because I
Thank
know
you
ain't
for being
nobody
my-
else
that's a
doing
lot of
that.
work.
And
That's
everybody
cute.
else, doing the regular schmegular, going to buy cars, and I bought a car too. But I like to do extra. And so Saturday was busy.
With cake orders or just
No,
y'all doing stuff?
I was done with that. Yeah, I was done with that by Thursday. So we got up Saturday morning and went to breakfast. Then after breakfast, went and took her so she can had her get a massage, full body massage.
Okay.
Pay for her to get one of those. Then we left there, went home, got changed, and we had dinner reservations. Actually, it's a new spot in Bloomfield called Vive. And I think they've been open like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But the food,
cool.
The food is excellent.
I like new spots.
Yeah, me too.
Try to get them to sponsor.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
They got a free click. Hang Vive.
Right. So we left dinner and then we went to the Legends of Laughter with Samora and all them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I just...
See, I don't be knowing that. I need to get out more.
But you know what? I didn't know it until about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay. And it just happened to pop up on my feed. And I was like, oh, Samora going to be here. And that's her favorite comedian.
Oh, well, that worked out.
Like,
shout out to Rachel.
And then I found out it was Lavelle Crawford, Jay Will, Don DC Curry, and all them. I was like, bad. So, man, we sat there and laughed. I'm like, Lavelle Crawford is so stupid.
He's funny.
Like, just the way he laughs and snorts, like, it'd be the funny. I'm like, he is stupid.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I didn't have no Valentine. I had plans, Shani. We had plans. I won tickets.
We reached out to each other.
Man, I got. I can't say stuck because babysitting is not getting stuck.
No.
I just had the baby, so I couldn't do what I want to do. I got home from work. I was exhausted. I was like, okay, gotta watch the kid, then go back out. I was like, Shani, I ain't gonna make it. I was like, I ain't gonna make it. But so, Shani,
it's okay.
That's what we did. That was your weekend.
Same time next year.
That was your weekend.
Next year, man.
I was gonna say what her weekend recap was.
Yeah,
but that was good. I'm glad y'all had a good time.
Yeah,
that's what dating. You still have to date.
You
when
still
you're
got
married.
to date. That's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's important, said the single ladies. We don't know nothing about it, but
nothing about that.
We know what we like.
That's all right. We're going to change all of that.
Eventually. I ain't in no rush no more. I used to be in a rush because you had a timeline. Like, okay, you're dating with a purpose, intention, get married, have a kid, family. Okay, I'm past all that. About to be 50 soon.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about kids. I'm worried about, do you got your passport?
Okay.
Can you go out of the country?
You go across 8 Mile?
That part. Can you go somewhere? Can we go out somewhere together?
Can you go outside?
Do I like you though?
So now that's the one, Ms.
Man.
Yeah, because
do I like you?
You can't go everywhere with everybody.
That's
you
true.
can't.
That's part of reaping what you
And then everybody can go outside because they don't know who they're going to run into. So
now, see, I don't worry too much about that.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the one that you with.
No, but people think that. Like, that's why I say I have to. It take a strong man because I do know a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I do, and not like that in the biblical sense where you know.
Right.
I ain't been out there like
when
that.
You know.
But people would be like, hey. I mean, I worked at Chrysler. I was a mail lady. I worked. I know a lot of people from just being at the jobs I had.
Right.
So yeah. Me and my sisters like that. We go anywhere we go, we gonna see somebody we know. Mm-hmm. And then when you're on a date, I'm not that person that's funny acting and not act like I ain't see a person. Mm-hmm. Like even if we date, I'm still gonna say hello, and I ain't gotta be all like, "Hey, come give me a hug," and kissing all on somebody when you with somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
But I do acknowledge them.
I don't know if I'll speak. It depends. I may or may not speak.
Now, do you have a rule when you go out and you don't remember somebody's name? How you try to play it off and
I'll make eye contact with you until we see each other.
I'm giving all my dirt right now. So I've done this several times. Y'all gotta remember I had brain surgery. I say it sound like an excuse, but for real, I be forgetting stuff.
It's okay.
I know faces. I might forget your name. Don't take it personal. But if I'm with my people or with somebody and I say, hey, and we speak, and I'll be like, my person that's with me always knows. Introduce themselves first so they can introduce them back. So they be like, hey, I'm Robin. Like my sister be like, hey, I'm Robin. They be like, oh, and then they'll say their name. Oh. So that's how I remember.
That's smart.
Okay.
Now everybody knows. So
that's actually really smart.
I never thought about every time I run into somebody, I'm by myself. So I just be like,
You just
Got
act like you know.
you.
I do. I told
That's
you. I
so
have
odd.
a
Yeah,
conversation.
if I don't know their name, I'm definitely not saying nothing.
And I'm so
I'm hey,
stupid.
everybody is love. I say, hey, love. That's just, hey, love.
Yeah,
hey,
Let's
love.
categorize
I ain't
this.
doing that. I'd be like, so how your mom and them doing? They,
Oh, you go deep in it.
I'm
Not
yeah.
not the know the name.
Yeah, like-
Ask
Maybe that's
about
she
the
died.
mom.
You don't remember 2 years. See, that's too personal for me.
And see, that's when I'm gonna be like, man, are you serious? Like, you got to have a quick rebuttal to it. You know, you got to be fast. Like,
I don't know, y'all.
hey,
Knowing
man.
about the family tree.
So we're going to go. This first bit, we're going to go, hey, 810-560-0658 is the call-in number.
Yes.
But the topic is reaping what you sow. So as in sow, not S-E-W, y'all. Like, you know how y'all sow something? So my biblical people will know what this means.
Mm-hmm.
Reaping what you sow. Mm-hmm. And that's just putting, basically what you put in, you put out, or put out, you put in, whatever, however you want to word it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I think the older I get, I'm getting bigger on all of that. You say I'm not funny acting. Hey, cuz. Shout out to Anjali, who's watching. I think you got a cousin.
That's
Who
a
is
dope
Brazilian
name.
Blue? Whose cousin is that? Because y'all in these
Who?
names, I be needing y'all to have y'all real names on here.
I don't know, but the name, your cousin name is sweet. I like that.
Anjali? Mm-hmm. Hey, Anjali. Yep. That's my cousin for real. Now people say, no, that's my blood, baby.
Say
my
if you
blood.
don't know, check the last name.
That part. Like, we are blood related on my daddy's side. Because you got to know your people. That's part of reaping what you sow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this generation, these kids now, are all mixed up. Because their parents mixed up.
Yeah.
They be lying. They dang on uncle is really their daddy.
Yep.
There's a lot going on in the world.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
this quick video, we're going to go to the quick video. And we're going to get your comments after this because I want to see y'all reaction to this video.
What is going on? You ready? What the fuck is this? You cheat on me with a fucking man? What the fuck? How the fuck?
That's the definition of taking things in your own hands.
Literally.
Like-
Like
It's not. It's funny, but it's not. So to
Man.
anyone, disclaimer, anyone that knows that actual person, I'm sorry, but it's public knowledge.
Yeah.
So clearly you can see in the video, she walked in. How she got a key to that room, you know, me working at a hotel, that's like, I don't understand how people do that. Because it's highly illegal.
it's easy.
It's really not if people are doing their job.
If people are doing their job.
And I'm
you
one of those
you
ones.
always had that one or two to be in the back talking about everybody. Mm-hmm. And then all you got to do is walk in and be like, man, I left something in my room. And then they're going to give you the key.
Ever, never.
And then, you know.
Fired on the spot.
That's how that happened.
Ever, never.
Boom.
You ain't got your ID. It's your name on the room. I don't care if you
Yeah.
just walked out the room and I seen you walk out of it. I'm not letting you back in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We've high on security. High on security.
But you have to be for stuff like that.
For stuff like
I don't know
that,
how
yeah.
she got the key. I don't know if her and the other guy were working with each other. You know what I'm
She
saying?
killed
But
both of them, so I don't know.
Yep.
You electrocute.
Yeah,
First
they-
off,
they
but it's so
both-
many holes in that store. But yeah,
what's she throwing there? Like a,
A fan. It
toaster?
looked like a fan.
It's a hole
fan?
in it looked like a radio.
It was something
I thought it was the
electrified.
radio.
We got 3 different things
Man,
that
they-
was.
they-
You talk about a toaster. They cooking in the jacuzzi.
Man.
What's toaster? They
Man.
already.
Make sure it's toasty.
And they got toasty, all right.
Yeah.
She showed toasted her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a
That's what you
legit
call
case.
well done.
So he immediately, that's the definition of reaping what you sow.
Yeah.
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 Like you immediately got your karma back. But she got hers back because she ended up getting convicted. But was it worth it? I often want to ask people, I think I want to interview murderers.
It can't be worth it.
That something like that.
Because in their
I feel
mind,
like
they think
that's-
they justified.
Yeah, but if he
'cause
gone, then
but
what
that's
fun is that?
temporary insanity because she blacked out. Like, I mean,
It could have been,
I feel like that.
but the person recording is just as liable as well.
That's true.
Yeah, because they knew what
Accessory
was
to the
finna
crime.
happen.
That's interesting. That went deep, didn't it, y'all?
It escalated very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, because who you with?
Don't blink.
Who was you coming to the room with? And why was you recording?
Yeah, because she said, "You ready?"
So you know what?
Right.
They could look at that like premeditated.
Yeah,
So,
it was an
Yeah.
she was an accessory. He was an
Yeah.
accessory
She
to
wasn't
the crime.
expecting that dang old man, though.
no, she wasn't expecting the dude, but
I remember that, and I did. I was able to get into a room, and I wasn't I did. So I have actually gotten the key,
there's ways around it.
but that's why
Okay.
I don't give them out.
Okay.
Because I know
You
I
got
was
some,
lying.
you got some tips and some tips and tricks. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't catch him red-handed.
Time say, well,
Yeah, time.
That'll do it.
So was she right or wrong, y'all? Y'all seen the
No, she
video?
was-
Was she justified in that?
I feel like she was because
Killing somebody?
yeah.
I don't think she meant for it to go that far.
I don't think she did
She
either.
wasn't expecting him to be in there with a dude for one.
Oh,
And
I
then
think she
threw-
meant to do harm,
But
but
not-
not kill him.
not that kind
Yeah,
of harm. Like,
she-
yeah. Maybe she didn't know. Like, she didn't go to school and you like electronics in water.
Yeah.
I mean-
electrify. You can die. You can get
Yeah.
electrocuted. That's a real thing.
Because maybe
That's
she
real
was
shocking.
maybe she was
It's
going for
very
his
shocking.
head. Yeah.
Cause they got shocked, get it? But no! But no! He said
The way that
mustard,
he
Lord.
had to come
man.
out, he came out booty first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
That's sad.
What was that?
Oh, that's so
what movie
sad.
was
He's
that?
take it that way. That's
He
where
thin line
that's where
between
he
love
went.
and hate with Marlon when Marlon was finna get. Yeah, he made it out just in time.
I don't know, y'all. That's deep.
It's a little
Yeah.
shaky.
I need some Okay, Todd,
Yeah,
thank you.
he-
Some
he-
women would have been more pissed if it was another woman. She should have called it electric sauce.
Man,
Not
I
electric.
don't know. I can't imagine. I think God gives you what you can handle. I can't imagine walking in on the person I'm with somebody. And I probably
Whether it's a
could.
dude
Whether it's a dude
or
or
a
a woman.
female,
Whether
yeah.
it's anybody. I'm not prepared. I don't think God would let me go through that.
We're a Scorpio, so it's best to tread lightly.
Yeah, I don't think that I
Yeah.
can handle that. Especially if I love you, and I walk in on you in a jacuzzi doing romantic nothings with a dude.
Romantic nothing.
Romantic nothings.
At least for me, it was doing romantic somethings. But yeah,
Oh, she should have called that video electric.
so
Really
she,
That woman in jail.
yeah, she can't call it nothing.
Oh
nah.
my goodness! Like you can't even deny. And she could have got a good lawyer. She could have got temporary insanity.
Yeah,
What messed her up was
Emotional
the video.
damage.
Like you said,
It'd
she-
have been different if she was recording.
yeah, like emotional
Yeah.
damage type of thing.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, she meant it.
It just looks premeditated.
It does.
Like-
Well, she got time to think about
But
it.
she didn't know what she was gonna walk into on the other side of that door.
But still, you.
Because what
got-
if it was
you
just
got-
him in the jacuzzi?
Yeah, but I mean, but she got somebody coming in recording too, so yeah, she knew
That's-
something was going on.
Right.
Yeah, she
You
knew
had an
something was
idea,
going
right?
on.
You ready to retire?
Yeah, she like, girl, come on, like, and they, yeah,
Or a
and she
guy.
went.
And they
We don't know
went.
who it was.
She date, yeah.
And if it was my girl, I'm guilty. I'm going with you. I'm rolling with my girl.
Gotta stick beside
and
us.
that's why I said she grabbed her girl. I was like,
Temporary.
she like,
insanity.
Shanika, come on, like,
Not Shanika.
yeah, you know, them be the ones do stuff like that.
Keisha.
Like,
Keisha. All the Keishas.
yeah,
But
man.
Keisha definitely riding with you.
Yeah, oh, Keisha,
Yeah.
man.
Keisha riding with you.
Yeah.
That's
Keisha got,
I can't even imagine.
Everybody
yeah.
can call her Keisha.
Keisha got the 12 gauge on the side of her leg. Just, man.
Yeah.
I done did some weird things. I done did.
Listen,
Off of just thinking you did something, but
Yeah.
to see it,
oh,
and just the thought.
that's another story for
I'm
another
doing
day.
some different. Yeah, that's a different topic. Yeah, I reap. But am I reaping what I sowed? Yeah.
Do you think that you'll reap what you sow if it's not your fault and you're doing something in defense or retaliation?
It's still the book. The book. I mean, the word is the word.
Okay.
It's karma. It's still karma, in my opinion.
Okay.
It's gonna come back either way.
It's gonna come back on you. Read what Shani. I'm not.
So it's on me.
Yes, it's on you.
But if you get the right Scorpio, she might be like skip it
stupid.
and
Enjoying the time. That's how y'all think Scorpios are.
That's crazy.
We are only freaky for the person we're with.
we have a little class.
Yes, a lot of class and a lot of ass. Class and ass. Sassy, classy. Buster!
I knew it was coming. I'm like, just wait for it.
I'm thinking back to things in my life, and I'm like, I'm grateful to be alive.
Yeah.
I am. I'm grateful to be alive.
I'm grateful to be
They
alive.
say God look out for babies and fools.
And I was so foolish.
Man,
I look up for babies.
I be telling my mom, like, you have to stop telling people what we used to do. Like, my mama
For real.
Man.
Good point, Rachel. She said that's why people need to stop doing stuff for the likes and the views.
Yep.
That's true.
Correct.
Yep. Stop doing it for the gram.
Because you literally
Do it to put
the
some money in
police
your
job
pocket.
is so easy now. They just got to check your Instagram, check socials, check
That's
Facebook.
very
That's
true.
literally what they go to.
That's all they go. Yeah.
Because somebody somewhere got the foot. How do the Detroit? How do they get all the news in the D or the crime in the D? How do they get their news? I want to know.
from
Whoever
TikTok.
runs the crime in the D page, I want to know. How do y'all get stuff so fast? They get news before the news. Is it just they sitting around waiting?
Because
Yeah,
they know,
some
'cause
people
they know
be.
somebody who's
Yeah, I was
doing
gonna say
it.
some people be literally there at the actual site or wherever it's happening.
No, seriously, Carmen, we're talking about reaping what you sow. So we just watched the video, and that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about, just reaping what you sow. And the detriment or it can be good things. That's why when people get older, they, like for me, I'm trying to give out positive energy because I don't want negative back. But I know some days I don't want to be bothered.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. But like I say, as a manager, I think my team, your team looks at you kind of like you're a robot sometimes. They look at you like you don't have nothing else to do but what they need you to do because you're the leader. And that's how my leadership team, that's really what we are there for, to help facilitate the team. So a lot of times they forget that we're human. Like y'all work 8 hours, but I'm working most likely 10, and they're like, oh, you get overtime. Duh, salary. Let me explain some of y'all. Corporate America, management and salary people do not get overtime.
No.
Okay?
They get that straight 40.
You get straight
Not
40 no
nothing
matter
more.
what
Because
you
anything
do.
over it won't matter.
Anything else will not
Now,
matter.
the
Yeah.
perk to that, okay, not having to be tied to a time clock. Because their time clock stuff is nuts. If you a minute late, it's a half a point. Like, we got good people that got fired just because they
No grace
restayed.
period?
Dang, they still do that?
Wow.
Yeah, they still do that.
Wow.
So, I mean, that is a great period. You get like a 3 minutes, but be on time.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the clock, but you still got to punch in on time.
Right.
So, but the clock, I think, is like 3 minutes slow or something like that.
Shout out to the clock.
Shout out to the
Right,
clock.
right,
But they
right.
still be late, or they'll just won't punch in. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
we have no control over that. I am not a
Y'all
management
can't go
over
in
that.
and change it no more?
No.
Okay.
And that's why, because managers was getting fired for covering for their people. I was like, I'm not covering for them, y'all. I tell them, I ain't doing none of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not losing my job to save yours,
No,
and
for
you don't
real.
even want it.
And you don't even want
Because it's
it.
either me or you at this point.
Exactly. I don't make no apologies for that
Yeah.
at all. Now, do what you're supposed to do. Now, of course, we know life happens. Things happen. If you got personal time, take your personal time.
Right.
Get paid for it. You can get paid for it.
Yeah.
But, sorry. It's either you or me, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, they have a police radio, Carmen?
Yep.
That's what they
it
do?
is.
Because I be wondering how they get all this news, but they be having footage
Police. Okay.
on Crime in the D. Like, how y'all get that footage so fast?
Because they know everybody in the D that's doing crime.
Essentially.
That's deep. I hope they get paid, because I couldn't just walk or be waiting around for stuff to happen, and they right there.
They
It's
riding
weird.
around with Marquise like, you about to do what?
I heard that.
Okay, but yes, so Carmen, thank you, Carmen, for keeping us on track. We had the same class together, so we learned from the great Mason on how to do podcasts and how to do, keep the audience engaged. But that was more for interviewing. Like I always tell people, I'm not an interviewer. We have a conversation. I don't do interviews. We just hold conversations with each
We
other.
gonna get in the interviews, so we.
No, you can get in interviews. I just like to have conversations
I said
with.
we. This is
I
this
don't
is a
wanna do this.
collaboration.
No, no. we can kick it with people about their business stuff, but at the end of the day, I just want to have a conversation with you because I think that's what more people. That's just how I envisioned it. Because when you do interviews, that's a lot of studying and prep. People don't come on your show and you don't know who they are. You got to know your subject. So a lot of people just want to get people on because of their name or think it's going to get them some views. Yeah. But if you're not a fan or you don't know that person for real and you just got them on the show, they not going to refer you to no. But trust me, they'll do it.
Yeah.
But your name ain't going to be good afterwards. Trust me.
Miss Carmen.
See, I ain't doing all that.
What you say, Carmen? Okay, Michigan passed a law that if you work after your hours on salary, you have to get paid for overtime of comp days. I think we had this conversation before. Not for my company. Oh. It's not for my company. Yeah. Nope. And you know how they track that? By a time clock. So we don't have to punch in. They cannot say where we worked. So if I work 10 hours one day, then I can make it up the next. I can just leave early the next day. Either way, I'm going to still do 40.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because of the need of the company. So we got a lot of call-offs, and I have to manage and get people to come in and do all of that, and I'm working a little bit over. The next day it might be slower, so then I just leave early. But I never leave early.
That's what you say, never
and then they
tired.
say, like my management, she'll say, well, that was your choice. You decide. Well, I'm a good manager. I'm sorry, I just can't leave. Like, I'm not tied to the clock.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. If something's going on right at 4 o'clock and I can't just be like, oh, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, oh, I'm sorry, someone stole your shoes and talk to the next person. I can't do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it is what it is. I've been there 14 years. Would it be 14 years this year?
Nice.
Sweet.
Ooh, is it nice? I guess so.
Yeah, you still there. You.
Hey, you do what you gotta do, so you can do what you want to do.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
I had some pretty dope interviews. Oh, dope. You heard what I said? I had some pretty dope interviews that do turn into great conversation. Exactly. I just call them, there probably are interviews. I just call them conversations.
Okay.
Like when we had the cast of 10 Toes Down.
Less formal.
It's just, I just like, we just having a conversation because I like for them to join in on the topic that we're having.
Right.
Like we can discuss what you got and you got going on from your business, but then let's have a conversation about life and relationships and politics. Yeah. Mostly sex. We like to talk about sex.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. It's God created sex. I think people have a bad image of sex.
I feel like people do a lot. That's why people don't like to talk about it because it's frowned upon or raunchy. It's taboo. It's still taboo, but everything is out there now. Yeah.
Everything. And speaking of that video, like his butt was just out there. It's just bad. It's just bad. Everything is on. It's a click away.
It's a click away because like the way things are out now, like you would have to go to your uncles and be looking at their books and you just be like, oh, this is what this is. But now it's like you say, it's just a click away. It's like, bing, and then it's like, oh my God, like kids are exposed to so much now. Yeah,
it's at your fingertips. Man. So are we reaping that? Are we reaping what we sowed? Not giving guidance. Like that's how I look at things. Like my parents, we had discipline. It's no discipline now.
That's true.
Is it Carmen? No.
You already know.
Hey, Carmen.
It's the Black Wonder Woman. No,
I know that's right, Wonder Woman. Hey, Tom. Okay. What's up, Lady Evans? What's cracking? Detroit Table Talk in the building.
So I really believe that you do reap what you sow. I don't care how you try to get around it, it's going to eventually come back to you. And if it don't, it's going to come on to your children.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful. I've been like lately, Trump been on some stuff, but I've been trying not to even, but all these planes going down, these children coming up dead, unlived or whatever you want to call it.
Right, what we got to say, unalived. Like, we can't say that word now.
I feel like that's so sweet.
That's true.
It's the weirdest thing ever, all these rules.
But you've been seeing mothers with some of the most gruesome comments on Facebook. It's like, baby, you better watch your mouth because them tables will turn before you can blink good.
When people like that, my child, I try to stay away from what I would do. When people make comments about stuff, like I can't get into, well, if that was me, I would have did this. It's not me.
You don't know.
I don't know what I would do.
Nope.
I can only imagine because I can only imagine what I would do. I know, but in a situation, and of course, everybody been talking about it. The kids being them 2 babies in the car that
and
allegedly
now the
froze.
5 kids or the 4 kids now?
It was 4 kids. Is the news, and that's why I tell people the news can get stuff wrong too. They kept saying 5, but when the mother did the interview, she said 4. She has 4. I think the mother would know how many kids she got, but the reporter kept saying 5. But it was
they was counting the brother,
what
mother's
brother?
Son. Her mother's son was in the car with them.
See, I ain't hear none of that, Carmen. That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear.
That's
none
why
of
they kept
that.
saying 5 because they didn't make it to the public. Like, oh no, that's the sibling. But not only that, just the children in Pontiac too. They just found in a house. What all I'm saying is this: listen, either you're going to be a part of the solution or you're part of the problem.
Yep.
We already know that the children is unalive. So either you're going to pray for them, but I see people digging up stuff that she did ages ago. That is not going to bring them babies back.
But I will say this.
You're talking about the GoFundMe, either donate or don't. Just keep going.
No, I will say we can talk about it. I'm not going to say, I know a lot of podcasts or people are staying away from it or don't want to talk. No, I do want to talk about it. I'm not judging her though. I don't want to be in a judgment zone, but I do feel like that's the problem. She was afraid to go to people and get help and talk to her family. Everybody, well, where was the family at and why they wasn't helping? You don't know the situation if they didn't know nothing was wrong. So how can you help if somebody is not telling you what's going on with them?
Right.
But if you look at all the comments, most of the comments, they're judging her, they're badgering her,
right.
So they broad, so that's why it's hard for mothers or even fathers to come and say, hey, I need some help.
It is.
But we got to be careful that, how we put our tongue on other people, God don't bring that back around your corner real quick.
Well, you just helped me because I sure was about to go in about some things. I'm going to share my opinion. I ain't going to be judgmental. But I will watch my tongue. But I sure got a few things.
And there's nothing wrong with having a dialogue and to kind of talk things through. But when you start off, not you, I'm talking about the way people are starting off. I wouldn't have did that. How about just having a conversation so the next person who may be reading this stuff will have resources and know how to go about not getting in this situation. And
I'm glad you said that, Carmen. I do want to talk about the resources. We are going to touch on that. But,
thank you,
I'm about to clear this line. I love you.
All right. Thank you, Ms.
Okay. Keep watching. Share. So,
and call
about
somebody
the
and tell them to call us.
Right. And all right, babe. About the resources, like my mom brought this up because that just irked her so bad. She said they keep talking about resources and shelters and call this number, call that. She's like, if you homeless, do you have a phone? And I said, well, Mom, they have the cell phone, government phones that they got. I said, but that was the thing, and everybody kept talking about how she ain't had no tears and she did. If you lost 2 of your children in the same day, hours apart, not even hours apart, we don't know how, like they both gone, right. A 9-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Right. And
you got 2 other kids you got to live for and you trying to figure stuff out.
Right.
Maybe she was in shock. Maybe you wouldn't have no tear ducts that flow. You don't know because you haven't been in that situation. And even if you was in that situation, it still wasn't those kids. It wasn't. Yeah. And if you did lose your kids, it's still personal. The point is everybody grieves different.
Everybody grieves different.
So I was like, I'm not touching that. But what I will touch is I'm stern on that. If I don't know what's going on, I can't help.
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe it's some mental illness with her? I do. But that's from personal experience in my own family. I know what to look for now because my cousin is bipolar schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she talks about it. She's open about it. Mm-hmm. We have her children. She seeks help. She got help, but that's our family. That's not everybody's family dynamic. Is it hard? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Is it a strain on the family? Absolutely. Do I pray for my baby girls? Yes, because I want them to know their mother. I want them to know their father.
Right.
But it's strained. They're young. If I hate to say that, if that's what scares me. having them have custody of the kids and then becoming a news story.
Right.
Because they're not ready.
Because they're not ready.
And everybody keeps saying, well, how do you know when there's somebody not ready, you got to give them a chance. I'm not playing Russian roulette with 2-year-old. I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
Right.
And can't nobody tell me otherwise.
Exactly. Right. That's a big risk.
Right.
That's a big risk. Mm-hmm. I'm not willing to take that risk with 2 lives. Right. I'm just not. They baby girls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because if you're suffering from that disease, then you shouldn't have children, period. Unless people go into that, and then that's a whole nother topic, because they like to have sex more than anybody I've seen in my life. People with mental illness. I guess they got the best coochie, because that's where that child got this. That's what they say. They be like, "Oh, crazy girl, man, shut up." It got to be true, because they pop up pregnant all the time. I don't know. Cause what else they do? They ain't got nothing else to do.
They ain't got nothing to do. They collect a check. I know that.
That's it.
They do collect a check.
Yeah.
I said, maybe I need to play crazy and get a dang on check.
You stupid.
Don't get more money than me.
I
promise you. I promise you they do. But it's still a sickness. It's an illness. And I wouldn't wish that on nobody.
But like you said.
And it's a strain on the family. Right. People are like, well, I would help. And when Dice, my brother, did the mental health podcast, he had a gentleman there, and I meant to talk to him, but he shared his story about how his son was bipolar schizophrenic, and his son ended up committing suicide. And I felt horrible, but he talked about how he would do anything to help his son, and he don't regret nothing. He had to quit his job to do certain things. And I said, I commend you, because I'm not cut like that. I'm not gonna lie. People need to talk about it openly and honestly. And unless you're in the situation, because people are like, well, just help her. It's only so much you can do. Right. It's almost like a crackhead. It's almost like a person that's on drugs. They're very manipulative. They lie. They cheat. They steal. It's a lot. And if you don't want that in your home, you don't have to have that in your home.
You don't have to have that.
I don't care what nobody says. Well, you should do this. Wouldn't do that. You don't know what you do unless you have done it and live in it. Situation. So stop it. Stop it. When I speak on something that deep, it's from experience. So, and that's my experience in it.
Yeah, but like you said, she's at least getting help for it. You got people that won't even do it.
And then I feel her pain, because she's like, okay, I get help and then I'm fine, but then I still can't get my kids back. I said, well, not yet. We got to see. Yeah. It's a process. Yeah. Right. You go from, this is part of the condition. You go from 0 to 100. Like you want this and you want it right now, and if you don't get it, you mad, you lashing out, you gotta, and the medication keeps them kind of even keel, but then they start thinking they're okay.
And then they stop
taking their medicine, and then they're right back on the roller coaster.
Because who wants to take, medicine for something, and they think that they're fine, right, or that they might be. So.
And add weed on top of it. If you medicate it, and you like, well, I could just smoke and I'm fine. No.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No. Well, it calms me down. It helps me. Okay, but then you're not smoking around these babies. So then that's another issue I got. Right. They're like, well, weed is legal. It's just so many different variations.
It's like a battle,
And then they be the ones who can tell you everything in the world and don't know nothing.
Oh, she's so smart. She had 4.0. She's intelligent as ever. It's almost like she's a savant. Like it's a level stuff, but she's very intelligent.
Yeah.
A go-getter, a starter. She's a beautiful girl. Just when that switch, it's a different person, and you have to. It's no like I love my cousin, my family. We love our family, but I can see, like that young lady when she did that interview, I can see her family saying like, "Well, we tried to help you, but you didn't want our help," and I can understand that. That's just I can understand it. Now, what I don't understand is them trying to get the daddy doing the GoFundMe, and him. He was just stupid. His interview was dumb to me. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, no, people were really... I didn't see it, but people were really upset.
Oh, no, I was very upset with his response.
Yeah.
Well, she asked him, did you know she was homeless? He said, well, no, she didn't tell me. Now, that I believe. I do believe that. But you can't tell me you didn't see your kids or know for 3 months that your kids was living in the car.
Yeah.
That's your responsibility to see them. Yeah. To, even if you don't know where they're laying their heads, you got to have conversation and communicate with the person you slept with, not once, not twice, but 3. They have 3 kids together. Yeah. So one of the babies that they had together is still alive. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody know the story. Yeah. But that's what the news put out when he did that. So you have kids. Now, what I find interesting with the Pontiac situation, these kids were left alone. They were left in a home for 3 years. They said they couldn't walk. Their toenails were so long. Their hair was matted.
What?
They would leave food on the porch. Either by the mother or a friend would leave food on the porch. They were door dashing some food once a week. How they found out, and I just learned this story today. I've been at work, so I couldn't do research on that. But it's sad. It's sad. It breaks my heart.
Yeah.
That you keep having kids. If you don't want kids, I'm sorry, get in the push.
Yeah, and then there's people that can't have them. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you taking that for luxury or for granted, and
And the fathers, y'all, I hate to say that, like the fathers can, what did he say? I had to work. She asked me, could I keep the kids, but I had to work. What you think she was trying to do?
She had to figure it out too.
She had to figure it out too. And she figuring it out the best way she could, which was unfortunately a bad decision. And I don't want to say too much because of where it happened. Like I said, my job, I can't speak too much on it. Mm-hmm. But I will just say this, I have seen those kids. That's what I'll say. And it hit different. Yeah. It hit different when you can see different things. And regardless, if they was living in survival mode. So they was doing things that they had to do to survive. Yeah. I'll say that. That's all I can say on that. Okay. But
and he said he had to work, man. There's ways around that.
Yeah, you have to work, but he said his family's in Novi. She could have took him. And I was like, in Novi? What you do? Like, okay, it was just too much.
Say how you get out there.
But he gonna reap what he sowed. Yeah. Reaping what you sowed. You gonna reap what you sowed. Yeah. Treat people right. I'm trying to watch my tongue.
It's your kids, man.
Right, it's your kids. Mm-hmm. And anybody that can harm a child, it's a special place in hell. Oh, yeah. It's a special place in hell. You harm kids, old people, and animals. Right. Except for birds. You can kill all the birds you want. I don't care. I hate birds. But we're going to go to this video. We're going to go to this video and come back.
As soon as I get my car washed,
this is good to me. We run out of time. I'm sorry.
This is good to me.
We got to get to this video. Just wash this car. Let's get him.
Okay. Like, you talking about the birds?
I can't stand birds.
Shannon.
Video. You like, now.
How can I lose in this moment?
Look at this man's face.
Nobody like you do. I can't lose.
Why is he looking like it's the worst day of his life? I've said it before, but I'll say it again. How a person behaves on days that are specifically about you, celebrating you, your big day, your big opportunity, any moment when the spotlight is on you will tell you everything you know about that person. Not just your mate, your friend, your family members, when it's your promotion, your graduation, your birthday, and they look like they're frowning up like he is. They're picking a fight with you the day before your big exam. They're not happy for you on your graduation. They move out the day before your graduation. Like, people go out of their way to try to ruin special moments for you. And just because they're with you doesn't mean they're not jealous of you. They could be jealous of how much your friends love you, how much your family loves you, how much attention you get from random strangers. There could be any number of reasons, but don't think somebody who seems to be miserable every time you're being celebrated isn't them being jealous. Someone who loves you would never ruin your special moment and selfishly make that moment about them. He knows everybody is looking at him while he's frowning up on his girlfriend's birthday. He doesn't care because he can't stand that the moment is about her. I know it's not an easy thing to accept, but sometimes it could be your mother, your best friend, your husband, your boyfriend, and they could be your biggest hater.
Them haters, like,
ain't that deep?
That, man,
reaping what you sow.
It's
crazy. But yeah, that video, people be like, what they gonna do with the topic, Rhea? Y'all know I do this. I do this. It ties into everything because you can. Part of reaping what you sow is being tied to people. Mm-hmm. Watching your connections, watching who you invite into your circle. Your inner peace is your peace. And sadly, you're not going to see a person's true character until those kind of events, until it's something about you, until it's your birthday. And one thing, shout out to my Bister back in the day. No, Bister. Shout out Bister. Best friend sister. That's what I call her. Best friend slash sister. That's my Bister. I remember one birthday. I think I was all dressed up and I was like, and we getting dressed up, we getting dialed up. And I was like, okay. I mean, she looked cute, but I was like, why you ain't dressed up like we supposed to be dressing up over there? She was like, girl, it's your day. I ain't worried about all that I got on my head. And I was like, okay. I didn't think of nothing of it then, but thinking back on things like that where somebody just, it's not like they're trying to outshine you. Like you saying, if I got dressed up, I outshine you. That's not how I took it.
Right.
You got to watch how you take things too.
Right.
That's true.
Because sometimes you create your own narrative in your head, and it ain't got nothing to do with what they meant.
Right.
So
Right.
you
Call
can
them overthinkers.
Yes, and I'm guilty of it. I overthink all the time.
Me too.
Oh my goodness.
Just stop.
But you can't
Overthink
you can't
so
just
bad.
stop.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
It's real easy.
It's easier said than done.
Exactly.
You can't just do it. You can't just
You know,
turn it off.
maybe
Because you don't
it's
think we thought about that?
Right, because we're overthinkers. Duh. Now, why did you say that? See what I'm saying?
See, like,
It's a wheel. It's a wheel.
and that's why my circle continues to stay small.
Okay.
Like,
Todd, shut up. He said, man, that Negro could have just been frowned up because somebody farted. We overthought it. She was overthinking.
Yeah.
But no, that's deep. When somebody, it's your big day or something, I want you to be in a good mood. Just like when you dating and be like, okay, come on, let's go to this concert. Or let's go out. Well, I don't really want to go. I want you to want to go.
Yes.
If you don't want to go, don't go. I'll go with my girl or I'll go with somebody
Yeah,
else. But don't sit up there frowned up. I hate that.
Before you go to a concert, you got to make sure that he's into that.
Don't ruin my time, though.
If it's not something that he's into, you going to get there first.
Then don't
But I
get
feel
mad
like
when
in a
I take somebody
relationship,
else.
it's give or take.
But now,
sometimes
if
you have
you
to
get
do
mad
things
when you
don't
take
like.
somebody else, then he's not the one for you.
Right, that's why I'm single.
Yeah, just
But then I get mad because why I gotta ask somebody else and I got a man.
Yeah, now I'm mad because you mad.
Right. And ain't nobody going to the concert.
But that makes sense. Now think about
Not
this.
nobody going.
Think about this. Does any of that make sense? Like,
Yes, it makes perfect sense.
why?
Cause
What you mean? Why?
If you want to go to this concert and you say, babe, let's go to this concert, and he tell you he's not into it, but now you mad because he don't want to go.
I had anticipations on us going together. Now plans are ruined.
But you know he's not into it.
So let's say if he tells me he's not into it, that's different, I guess. But if you be like, yeah, baby, we can go, and then you sit there like,
see how easy that thought process was?
Don't do that.
like just stay home.
Nah, because
I'm not gonna go if I'm not really into hockey. And you want to go watch a hockey game or a baseball game, I'm not gonna go. I'll catch you later. Just we can go. Let me know when it's over. We can grab something to eat and drink.
you say something to eat and drink.
But if I really don't want to go, I ain't gonna gaslight you.
But now, turn the tables around. Now you force him to go to something, and then he wants you to go to something because y'all together, and he wants y'all to go. He wants you to go. You can't sit there mad.
I just agree. I just said that. What do you?
Oh, okay, I missed that part.
Because you wasn't listening.
She said she's not gonna go.
You was waiting to respond.
I show. All right, next subject.
That's something to
He was
say.
waiting to respond. I literally just rewind the tape. You're going to watch it and be like, oh, she did say that. We got 6 minutes. She's giving me the cue, the sign.
Had to get up out of there.
Man, we miss RG baby.
Yes.
Y'all please keep it.
Yes, please.
Yes, G baby, we love you. We'll see you next week.
Call
But
us if you need us. We are right here.
I'm still stuck on that. It's so much into this.
The first video?
We had so many videos.
I'm still on the
first one.
The first one, yeah, she didn't kill them people. I still,
Yeah.
like you literally just.
Yeah, that's not really funny, but yeah.
It's funny, but it's not.
Yeah.
Like
Depends
how
on who you
bad
are, yeah,
are you?
like-
Just it's just a justification that some people will give, and I have to look, I be looking at people and how they look at. We always say we don't judge nobody for their opinion, but you really do. Because I'm looking at you like,
Tell me about it.
you okay with that? Like,
Yeah.
people okay with the death penalty. You know, it depends on what they do. Like everybody's
I feel like
okay
that's
with
too
stuff
easy.
until it affects them.
I feel like death penalty is too easy.
Me too. I want you to suffer. I want you to suffer, especially if you hurt mine.
Real bad.
I want you to suffer. But am I to the point where I would ever feel like I could take somebody's life? No. Nobody. I don't feel like I can take somebody's life. I don't. I can be mad. I can be upset. I can want to fight you. But be like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm sorry. We say a lot, but saying and doing is two different things, y'all.
That's true.
So be careful of the words that come out your mouth. Because your thoughts become words, your words become actions. The actions can get you locked up. So you got to think about all these things.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a good show. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the RawbutReal channel on
please,
YouTube.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Tell other people about it.
Share. We had a contest going on where we asked y'all to just like the post, like us on all the social media outlet stations and formats, and you could get time on the show. Y'all don't follow directions. It literally says, win a chance to promote your business on RawbutReal Podcast. Follow these steps to enter. Subscribe to the RawbutReal Podcast channel on YouTube. Follow RawbutReal on Facebook, Instagram. Tag 3 people. All y'all saw the first ones. Y'all didn't tag nobody. Y'all see when we were supposed to announce this winner on Valentine's Day. I said time to be determined because I already knew.
Carmen said, I judge folks for their opinions.
You do. We do, Carmen. We judge folks for their opinions.
Yeah.
And we real quick to forgive our friends for stuff, but not the people we sleep with. Think about that one.
No, that's true.
We be real close. We don't care what the friends do. They did this, they did that. I can forgive them. You covering for your friend while she cheating on her man. But then you get mad when they don't tell. That's a deeper subject. We gonna go into the To Be Pick of the Week. That's what's gonna take us out. Because I can go on and on and on and on. And y'all know it. It need to be a 2-hour show, but I ain't got that kind of time because I be tired.
That's all right. 2-hour show is coming up soon.
Maybe on your podcast. Not this one.
Maybe on your podcast.
Darnell is announcing his own podcast.
No, I ain't either.
Better late than never. We gonna keep an hour going. Man, what's the name of my 2 Week Pick of the Week?
You remind me.
You remind me. Yes.
Yes.
That's the name of it. Check this out on Tubi, y'all. This is a good movie. Y'all know I'm always gonna support our actors and actresses in the D.
Yes.
Not just because they're from the D, but they put out quality work. And if they didn't, I wouldn't support it. But thank y'all for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Mondays at 6, RawbutReal. That's all I got. What you got, D?
Real quick, I want to give a shout out to King Lim Jones. Got an album out. You can stream it on YouTube.
Who is that?
Facebook.
King Lim, you said?
King Lim Jones.
Obviously, we're going to have to put that in the comments.
Yep.
Oh, it's a gospel rapper?
Yeah, gospel rapper.
Okay,
yep.
nice.
My cousin, he just dropped the album, I believe it was like 2 weeks ago.
All right.
So, yeah.
Be looking for them sponsorships.
Yeah.
I told him he gonna come on the show. He said he would. So.
All right, he wanted to sponsor.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him. Yeah, I said, you see, I keep putting them sponsorships in there.
It should.
Yeah. One hand washes the other.
Yes.
That part. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
All
That's
right, y'all.
it.
Shannon, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Yes. Thank you for having me.
Your facial debut, I should say.
Her
Always
facial
with
debut.
us. All right,
It's a
y'all.
pleasure.
Go into
Thank
this
you.
trailer.
Now you can put the face with the voice.
That's right. All right, check it out, y'all.
Courtney? So you're not mad at me for... Are you serious? Girl, we were kids. This moment right here could happen when I tell you you're staying with me until you get on your feet. I ran into Chris at the coffee shop, so she's gonna be staying with us for a couple of weeks.
You remind me of something I can't find with words.
Wait, you two don't kiss each other before you leave out for work? Sometimes.
You remind me of what it's like to just be
I just know that if it was my man, I would make sure that I kissed him every day before work. You just don't know the last time you see each other.
I don't feel comfortable with her in my home.
I didn't expect you to get the same exact hairstyle as me. Mike, do you like it? Can you put some suntan lotion on me?
No, for real, sis. What is it? You know you can talk to me.
Mike, can I serve you anything else?
You're supposed to trust me. Same way I trust you when you said you're gonna be working late at the office and you don't get home at 1 in the morning. No, I didn't even want her here, remember? You did.
Don't think for a second I don't know how much of a gravy train your life has been.
I've never really heard you tell me that you've laid the law down. So I think it might be that time, bro.
Play your position. It's been great trying to catch up and rekindle what we once had, but I think it's best that we leave it exactly where it was, which is in the past.
You're the only one still tripping off that college shit. What I don't understand is, I think they can do whatever they want to, no matter how it hurts or affects other people. Get the